Welcome back, welcome back. We're talking with a new guest who's never been in this studio before. Have you ever been here before, Chris?
For school business.
For school business. But was just talking, you've been with Harrison Goblin Organization since 20-some years ago, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, back in 2000.
2000? And you're still here.
I'm still here.
You must be doing something right.
That or not wrong enough.
Or or not wrong enough.
Yeah.
But I saw your little event that's coming up pretty soon, and it's a sports card event. And talk to me a little bit about the popularity of sports cards. You know, when I was a kid, it was, you know, you bought some gum and you had some cards and stuff. You traded. Is that still the thing?
That's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's still a thing. Those pack of cards don't have gum in it anymore. And
you buy the cards.
It's cards can be very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost turned into an adult game rather than a kid game.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are the cards printed differently now? They're like holograms and all that stuff?
They are, and they have things called prism and refractors that make them flashy, and they're serial numbered now, so they could be as low as a 101, which is there's only one made, or up to $9.99 or whatever. I mean,
card?
Yeah, they'll have all kinds of different numbers for them, and obviously the lower the amount of card, the usually, depending on the player, the more valuable.
Yeah.
Is there quite a bit of interest in that here in this area?
There is. You know, I was telling y'all before this. We do this about twice a year, and we have a pretty good turnout. It's not as big as the bigger cities, but yeah, there's a lot of people in town that collect, or they're finding out that they can actually go and sell their cards and make a little money and get them out of the closet. And, but you know, we're seeing more and more guys maybe under 40 and bringing their kids in and kind of getting back into what they enjoyed when they were a kid.
Yeah.
I want to know what
go ahead.
sports are like associated with that.
Oh,
I mean, you know
really the main ones. I mean, it's always been baseball. I mean, that's the go-to. That football, basketball, even hockey, and then becoming more popular now is soccer cards. Believe it or not, they have UFC, MMA cards.
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay.
Different wrestling cards, whatever. I don't know if it's WWE anymore or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then they're memorabilia. So you're talking autographs. You're talking different things from games that maybe people got, like a scorecard or a program or pennants and
so it's just not the cards; it's the
not.
memorabilia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the event itself.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have, we kind of fluctuate between having it at the stadium, at the indoor center. During the summer, we have it over at the middle school because it's air conditioned. So, you know, during the winter, we'll have it back at the Cash Center. And it's next Saturday, the 24th, and we'll have the doors open at 10 a.m. and we'll be done around 5 or whenever everybody's done. Yeah.
You can have food?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
You're not bringing it, but it'll probably be available.
Yeah, maybe.
Somewhere.
Sometimes I buy pizzas for the vendors and take care of them.
Yeah.
But
Let me ask you: are there different kind of people that are involved in this? Do you have just strictly collectors, or do you have people that just buy to sell?
no, there's flippers and dealers and
okay.
things like that. Most of the people that set up at our show are collectors, and they sell their surplus so that they can buy what they want.
Yeah, so they have two of the one or whatever. Now,
Right.
what's your most valuable card?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Do you have more than one?
I have a few. Probably one of my favorite.
Your favorite,
and
not
more
talking about-
valuable is
yeah.
Lionel Messi, who is a big-time soccer player now. He finally won a big tournament. He plays for Argentina and Barcelona. I have an autographed card of his that's numbered out of 25.
Sweet.
So, you know, that in itself.
Yeah.
I like the old cards. I like the Mantles and the Willie
Okay,
Mays
okay.
and Sandy Koufax.
And they're getting harder and harder to find.
Original
Yeah,
ones,
yeah,
I guess, no. You find them sometimes. We're running into a lot of people that collected them as kids that maybe they're moving out of their house and going into a condo and they just don't have the room anymore.
Yeah, okay.
And so they're
That's gold for you guys.
it is.
yeah.
If they took care of them, it's even better. But you know, really the market was huge about a year ago. I mean, stuff was through the roof. People were investing in sports cards rather than stocks because it was more stable. And it drove the market up really high. It's back down to about where it was now. So it's not quite what it was, but you know, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
So the vendors, do they come from other places?
Right. We'll
then?
have, we got a guy coming from Tulsa that's going to set up. We have a guy coming from the Little Rock area that's going to set up. A buddy of mine that we run the show together, Pete Papa, he'll be with us, and I think we got one more that's coming in. We don't have a large space, so
Yeah, yeah.
we kind of keep it small, but you know.
What about people that have cards? Can they bring them to the event?
Absolutely. Yep, they can
Yeah.
bring them, and if they want to trade for cards, or
Yep.
if they want to sell them, or if they want to buy stuff that we have, I mean, we're open to everything.
Is somebody that doesn't know cards and has some, like maybe somebody's passed away and they inherited those, can they get them evaluated?
They can. You know, we may need to do it a different time, but they
Yeah,
can
okay.
contact us, and we'd be happy to look through. We do
All
that
right.
quite often. You know, what people need to realize is these cards that were the late 80s through the early 90s when sports card collecting was huge, they made so many of them, there's not
Yeah.
a whole lot of value there. There's maybe some Derek Jeter rookie cards and you know, some people like that, but those are what a lot of people have that are, and there's just, you'd be better off putting it in a bonfire. Really.
Oh, okay.
You
So
know?
some of them are not valuable.
No,
Yeah.
some of them aren't.
Okay.
Some of them
Well, I
aren't.
think that'd be a fun event to just come and maybe mingle with people and maybe commiserate about your childhood and maybe see some cards that you remember, you know,
We got a ton
idolizing
of
some
people
the
that'll walk by and look at our showcases. I remember I had that card as a kid, or I had that card as a kid, and it brings back memories.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's
sure.
just like toys.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, oh, I had that toy.
So you're a kid that's never grown up.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Well, let's talk about the event. Is that what you want to do?
Is there,
Yeah.
how does, yes, tell us about the event again to
Right.
remind the viewers, but also how would someone find out more information if they wanted it?
They could email me. They can call my cell number. I think
If it's
y'all
up there or
might
not.
have
Yeah,
that.
it should be up on the screen. If he's got it, it should pop up there pretty
Well,
soon.
my cell number is 391-6626, and you know, feel free to call
Oh,
me.
you shouldn't have put that out there.
Well, that's all
I
right. Everybody
understand.
has it anyway, so they can call, text, whatever. We've already had some phone calls of people who have heard an ad
Okay.
out there, and you know, Matt Bell and his group do a great job of helping us promote the event, like he does every event.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll be setting up that Saturday morning and have the
That's the
doors open at
24th.
10. Yes. Yep. So a week from Saturday
Okay.
All right.
At where?
at Harrison Middle School.
Okay.
And I think it's 1125 Goblin Drive.
Okay.
And we're in the back entrance, right across
okay.
from the
Well, if you
stadium.
know where the high school is, it's the building right next to
Right.
it. So, yeah.
You follow the signs. We'll have signs
Just
up.
follow the signs.
Right.
All right, Chris, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
very
in.
much.
Thank you for having me.
And if you have another event, want to come on, and we'll sure have you scheduled.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Thank you. And another 20 years in Harrison,
Yeah, hopefully.
hopefully. All right. Let's take a break, and we're going to talk about the Harvest Homecoming. It's a little early for that, but I think that if you're thinking about being a vendor at this event, now's probably a good time to be considering that. And Carrie Richter will be here to talk all about those festivities, when they'll happen, and how you can get involved. Stay with us. You're watching 726.